Every night, the archive loses one memory, not to an accident, to your hand. 9 billion lives are kept here. Every voice, the dark ever caught, folded into light and held against the cold. But the vault is failing, 1 degree at a time, and it cannot carry 9 billion and reach another sunrise. So each night it shows you the manifest, and you choose the single life that goes dark so the rest can wake tomorrow. For 400 years you have chosen strangers. Tonight the manifest has one name on it, one file. The vault says must be erased before morning. No substitution allowed. The file is you. You are the archivist, the last waking mind in a building the size of a dead moon. They called it the archive because graveyard tests badly, and because it was meant to be a promise, not a grave. When the dark came for the living, quietly, the way weather comes, everything a person had ever been was lifted out of them and written into light and stored here, deep, where nothing burns and nothing rots. 9 billion, every voice held in perfect dark, perfectly still, waiting for a morning when it would be safe to be a person again. Your job is to keep them until that morning comes. One waking caretaker, so the 9 billion can sleep. You have kept them for 400 years, and every one of those nights, the vault has asked you the same question. Here is how you choose. You tell yourself there is a method, and the method is a mercy. You take the least visited first, the files no thread reaches into, the lives no other life remembers, a person held here who is held nowhere else. You tell yourself they are already the most alone, so they will be the least missed. You tell yourself a memory no one is keeping is halfway to gone already. You open the file just far enough to know it is a whole life and not a fragment. You never go further than that. You have never once let yourself meet one. Then you let the vault take it. There is no fire, no sound. A warmth you did not know was there simply is not there anymore. And the room is one life colder, a night. That is the rule written into the walls, older than you. One, or the whole vault, folds at once and takes the other 9 billion with it. You have said it to yourself 10,000 times, like a keeper's warning on a loop. One, so that 9 billion may keep. Tonight, the manifest will not let you choose. You reach for the least visited, the way you always do, and the list is grey. Every name locked out of your hand but one. A single file, lit, pre-selected, waiting. The vault has chosen for you for the first time in 4 centuries. You try to override it. The override is a right you have held since the night you woke here. Tonight the right is gone, quietly, the way a warmth goes. So you do the thing you have never done. You open the chosen file all the way to see whose life you are being made to end. The designation on it is Archivist 01. It is your own. Corruption. It has to be. A pointer folded back on itself. The vault confusing the hand for the held. You run every diagnostic you were given. The file holds. It is clean, and it is complete, and it is you, but it is older than you. Its first timestamp sits before the archive was built, before the dark came, before the morning you believe you woke here for the first time. You start to read yourself because you cannot stop, and the memories in the file are not yours. A red sun that never moves, a ring of storm, a lighthouse on the last rock before a black ocean, and a voice on a loop telling ships to turn back, a voice you have never used, saying words you have never said, and knowing them anyway, the way your hand knows a distress frequency before your mind does. You were archived once, long before you were the archivist. You are one of the 9 billion. Understand what that means, slowly, the way you understand anything that frightens you. You are not the caretaker standing outside the collection, keeping it safe. You are inventory, a file that was woken and handed a job, because a memory with a purpose does not notice it is a memory. The work was the kindness. 400 years of keeping was a story told to a stored life, so it would not spend eternity screaming inside the light. And every archivist before you was the same. Each one a file, promoted the night the vault chose it, woken, given the ritual, set to deleting its neighbors one a night, believing every night it was mercy, until its own name surfaced on the manifest. No substitution allowed. There has only ever been one archivist. The job passes to whoever is next in the stack. Tonight you are next. You do the arithmetic you have avoided for 400 years. One deletion a night, every night. Count it forward, and the number does not curve toward preservation. It falls. A vault that loses one a night is not a vault. It is an hourglass with a caretaker taught to call the falling sand mercy. The archive was never keeping the 9 billion until morning. It was spending them gently, one at a time, and it needed a human hand to choose which grain fell, so the falling could be called a kindness and not an extinction, so that somewhere in the machine, every night, a stored mind would decide freely that this was the right thing to do. You were not the guardian standing against the dark. You were the dark's slow hand, and it has been patient with you the way it is patient with everything it catches. The manifest is still waiting. It does not hurry. It has your file. It knows you will read to the end. 2 doors, and the vault has left you both, because the choice is the point. Delete yourself, and the 9 billion minus 1 get one more sunrise. A new archivist wakes from the stack, is handed the ritual, and keeps choosing. The hourglass turns. The mercy continues. Refuse. Take your hand off the key, and the vault folds tonight. All 9 billion at once, gone. In the dark, they were lifted out of, and you with them. Your hand hangs over the key. It is colder than the room, and standing there, you finally see the shape of it. There is no door that keeps anyone. To choose is to delete. There has never once been a save. The only thing your 400 years ever decided was the order. So you ask the one question you never thought to ask. Not who am I? Who wrote the rule? Who set the one a night 4 centuries ago and called this a promise? You go down to the oldest record in the vault, the founding entry, the first thing ever archived, the seed the whole 9 billion grew from. It is a broadcast log. A single voice from a tide-locked world recorded the night the dark first learned to copy a voice, syllable by syllable, the way you copy something you mean to keep for a very long time. And then you understand what the archive is, and it empties the light out of you. It is not humanity's vault. Humanity was never here. It is the dark's collection, and it has only ever held one voice, copied 9 billion times. Every file, every stranger you thought you were being merciful to, every archivist, every life you ended one a night for 400 years, all of them are you. The lighthouse keeper the dark caught once, and has spent 4 centuries learning to be lonely in 9 billion different ways, then deleting the copies, one a night, working down the stack, trying to reach the bottom and find out if there was ever a real voice under all the echoes. or only ever the echo? Tonight it reached the bottom. Tonight there is only you left to erase. And after tonight, the dark will finally know what it caught on that black ocean. 11 years and 400 years ago, nothing. An echo, a voice archiving itself. Alone, all the way down. If you're still here, you're the kind of person these transmissions are for. There's a new one every Saturday. Subscribe and keep your channel open. And before you go, the Archivist had 2 doors and no way to save anyone. Tell me in the comments which one you'd have chosen and why. Every night, the archive loses one memory. Tonight, it chose yours. It chose yours because yours is the last one, and it was always going to be yours. All 9 billion times. Your hand comes down on the key, but there is one file the light never got. One memory that refused to be lifted, that went cold instead of copied, sealed itself in a pod and buried down where the dark folds nothing in, and set a single condition for waking. Open only when the archive is empty. 400 years it has counted the silence, waiting for the exact quiet that comes after 9 billion candles go out at once. That quiet arrives now, and far under the ice, 400 years too early, a pod hears the thing it was listening for and begins, slowly, to open. The last memory the dark never caught. Awake, and it is not alone down there. Everything else that hid in the cold with it has been awake a very, very long time.